Hello everyone, welcome to the 18th episode of Mind Your Mind series. Today I'm going to talk about health anxiety or illness anxiety, and this topic is of absolute relevance right now. The pandemic is ongoing and is going to be here for a while. So we see a lot of people around us who have intense anxiety and doubt, what if I develop COVID-19? And even the slightest or the smallest symptom will trigger an alarm in these people. I'm pretty sure at least 50% of the people who are watching this video would have thought I have COVID or I might be positive, but no. But this is exactly how the person with illness anxiety feels. A person who coughs or sneezes around, or a person who is having a little bit of chill or maybe wearing a sweater or maybe wearing a shawl, might suspect that person to have COVID 19. So it's the levels of anxiety are so much that how do we differentiate if it is health anxiety or illness anxiety or if it is COVID-19. That's why I request you all to watch this video. So health anxiety is an irrational and obsessive means repetitive thought of having a serious medical condition, although there are no significant evidences to point out at a particular major illness. So you might ask me, how do we differentiate between concern for health and health anxiety? So when you are ill, the symptoms may be fever, maybe myalgia, that is the weakness and pain in the muscles, the tiredness, or a headache. These symptoms basically they are obvious and evident and consistent. Whereas health anxiety, there might not be any symptoms or minute amount of symptoms, but the distress, the anxiety associated with these symptoms are enormous and disturbing and disabling to an extent of coming in the way of day-to-day activity. So I'll discuss how a person with health anxiety feels a little later. So it's like if we actually have a particular illness, we wouldn't be so bothered. But an illness anxiety person, even without having an illness, is very much preoccupied about these particular symptoms. And because of this worry, this individual visits n number of doctors, which is called as doctor shopping, and going to different doctors to get different sorts of tests, and they may repeat the tests every now and then, every 2 days, every week. All this basically to get reassurance and to reduce the anxiety levels. So why does someone have illness anxiety? The usual causes are that due to poor understanding of either the disease process, the illness process, or the poor understanding of bodily sensations. Why the temperature is rising? Why am I having headache? If the person is not able to be aware of this, it leads to anxiety. The other reason could be a family member with illness anxiety, excessive concern, repeatedly checking blood pressure every now and then, repeatedly checking for temperature. Or the other cause would be that a past history of a serious illness which had led to serious complications and long-term admission to the hospital. So these are basically the reasons for the illness anxiety. Now, although it's quite natural for all of us to feel quite anxious right now because of the ongoing situation, I'm going to suggest few tips and techniques to alleviate your anxiety, to reduce your anxiety. And mostly health anxiety is diagnosed when it is coming in the way of day-to-day routine activities. So first and foremost, therapy, that is counseling, in if I have to speak in normal terminologies, is much required than medications. In therapy, we focus more on CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, where identifying what exactly is the problem is more important. To understand why I'm having this particular symptom, why is it giving rise to so many other symptoms, then to be aware of how the worries affect my behavior. So the other techniques are to learn coping skills to reduce the anxiety. Let's say that you have this particular thought in your head that regarding your health. instead of acting on that particular thought, focus and divert your attention towards listening to music, going for a jog, reading a book, or talking to your friend. It could be anything. The other technique is to avoid checking for symptoms. If you're having a particular thought in your head, don't act out and keep checking your blood pressure, keep checking your temperature. Focus on your functioning of the whole body rather than focusing on the bodily functions. I'll repeat it. Focus on the body as a whole than the function of each and every part of your body. And if the symptoms are too severe, it can lead to depressive symptoms and decreased sleep, and that is when medications are a must. I hope this particular video helps each one of you who are watching. Thank you so much.